We can start now, right?
So my camera ka pehna tha?
Yep.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Miss Ahana.
ඇහෙනව නේද? රෙකෝඩින් පෙන්වන්නේ නැද්ද පුතේ? මට පෙන්වනවා
Miss
මොකක් හරි
දැන් පෙන්නන.
පෙන්වනවද?
දැන් පෙන්නන ගත්තා.
Okay. Then continue.
Okay, then continue.
Good morning, everyone. We are here to give you a presentation about internal and external analysis on Dialog Asiata versus T-Mobile. So here you can see the contents of our presentation. First, introduction to the telecommunications sector. So the national export strategy of Sri Lanka aims to generate $5 billion in revenue. In the past 5 years, the telecommunications sector in Sri Lanka has grown by 120%. In the year 2018, the country initiated the process of adopting 5G technology and currently serves a population of over 20 million people. Sri Lanka is building a national fiber optic network linked to numerous international cables. In the year 2020, Sri Lanka has imported 2.4 million worth telecommunication equipment from United States. Next, introduction to the company. First, T-Mobile USA Incorporated. So T-Mobile is a company which was founded in the year 2002. The T-Mobile brand is majority owned by German's Deutsche Telekom company. T-Mobile is current in by the end of March in 2019. T-Mobile has served 81.3 million mobile customers. T-Mobile is the third largest carrier in the USA. The merger with the fourth biggest carrier, Sprint, is in the works with the combined company using the T-Mobile name. The company has a current employment of 50,000 people. Coast to coast, the 5G network covers more than 92% of interstate highway miles in the country America. Next, introduction to Dialog Asiata company. So Dialog Asiata Group is a subsidiary which is owned by Asiata Group Berhad. And this company is also listed in the Colombo Stock Exchange. Currently, Dialog is providing service to a subscriber base of over 16.2 million people. Dialog Asiata Group is Sri Lanka's largest foreign direct investor with investments totaling $2.8 billion US. In December 2018, Dialog showcased the first 5G pilot transmission in South Asia. And also, Dialog company is ISO 9001 certified company. External analysis of the companies. First, pestle analysis. The pestle analysis consists of the factors as follows: political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental. So here's the comparison. Political factors. The first political driver is political instability of the country. So the effect is high since both Sri Lanka and US has a really unstable political environment, which is subject to change in a very short time period. This is threat to both of the countries. And government regulations and policies. Trade regulations, tariffs related to technology, antitrust laws related to wireless communications. So these are also threats to the company's free will. Next, economic factors. First economic driver is economic growth. T-Mobile. US has a very strong and rapidly growing economy, which is an opportunity to T-Mobile company. But in Sri Lanka, there is really unstable poor economy, which is a threat to Dialog Asiata company. Next, inflation. Increase in inflation will lead the companies to pay the employees more than the rate of inflation in the country. This would increase the company's cost, which is a threat. And next economic driver is increasing interest rates. So increasing interest rates leads customers with debts to pay more interest to lenders. This will impact negatively on spending habits of the customers, which is also a threat to the companies. Next, social factors. First driver is growth of population. Growth of population is a healthy factor to both of the companies, since with the increase of customer base, they can also increase the profit margins. This is an opportunity to both of the companies. Cultural beliefs in the country. So since USA has a more westernized culture, it is easy to introduce new products and expand their business for T-Mobile company, which is an opportunity. But in Sri Lanka, there is a mostly traditional culture which is unhealthy for Dialog as a telecommunication company, and this is a threat to Dialog Axiata company. Next, technological factors. First, technological incentives. Technological incentives are very useful to the companies to ease their manufacturing, distribution, and other processes, which is an opportunity to both of the companies. Next, rate of technological diffusion. The rate of technological diffusion is very high in the United States, which is an opportunity. And in Sri Lanka, the rate of technological diffusion is very low since the country has a traditional culture. And that's a threat to Dialog Axiata company. Next, legal factors. Industrial regulations. So there are similarities here. Current regulations, including market reviews and charge controls relating to Ethernet and leased lines, mobile call termination, etc., are threats to both of the companies. Next, legal frameworks and laws. Legal frameworks restrict the free will of the companies in many activities. This is also a threat to both of the companies, and this is similar to. Next, environmental factors. So one of the biggest problem is pollution. This is a factor that affects both of the companies, since telecommunication companies create a big impact on creating e-waste. This is also a threat to both of the companies. The next one is climate change. So in the United States, there is a seasonal predictable weather which does not cause a lot of disturbance when providing services. But in Sri Lanka, there is a very unstable weather. This is a threat to Dialog Axiata company in providing services. Next, Porter's five forces analysis. So this consists of threats of new entrants, bargaining power of customers, bargaining power of suppliers, threat of subsidies, and rivalry among competing firms. Here's the Porter's five forces comparison for both of the companies, T-Mobile and Dialog Axiata. First factor, threat of new entrants. So for T-Mobile, it is easier for manufacturers to produce large quantities of high quality products at low cost, since it's a very huge company. It also makes it harder for new entrants to enter the market, so the impact is low there. For Dialog Axiata, India's Bharti Airtel has got fifth mobile operator license in Sri Lanka, and SLT Mobitel is testing 5G networks in the country. So these are having a high impact on Dialog Axiata. Next, bargaining power of the customers. T-Mobile. Customer protection groups and laws. Customers are highly cost conscious. So these have high impact on T-Mobile company. And in Sri Lanka, customer protection groups are almost non-existent. So the bargaining power of the customers are very low in Sri Lanka. Next, bargaining power of the suppliers. The effect is high since many local and foreign suppliers provide raw materials to both of the companies. Hence, the supply bargaining power is very high. Next, threat of substitutes. So the substitutes for telecommunication companies are market players like WhatsApp, Viber, Telegram, and etc. So the impact is very high because these are also very huge companies that provide the same facilities. Next, rivalry among the competing firms. T-Mobile. In the US market, the biggest competitive rival to T-Mobile is Verizon. it has a high impact on the company. And for Dialog Axiata, Dialog's biggest and closest competitive rival is SLT Mobility, and it also has a high impact on the company. Next, internal analysis of the companies. First, Brio analysis, which include value, rarity, immutability, and organization. So first, valuable. The financial resources are highly valuable as these help in investing into external opportunities that arise and also translates into greater value for the end consumer services. So these are similarities of both of the T-Mobile and Dialog company. So here are the differences. Perceived value for these by customers are high for T-Mobile company, and for Dialog ensures that promotion activities translate into sales as the products are easily available. Then rare, which is also called as rarity. So here are the similarities of the companies. The employees of T-Mobile are a rare resource as identified. Better compensation and work environment ensure that these employees do not leave for other firms. Differences. First, T-Mobile require a lot of investment and time to produce a better distribution network because it's a really huge company. And for Dialog, they have island-wide network coverage already. So, immutability. First, T-Mobile and Dialog similarities. So, temporary competitive advantage that competitors can acquire in the long run by training their employees to improve their skills. And differences. First, T-Mobile. The employees of T-Mobile US Incorporated are also not costly to imitate as identified by the T-Mobile US Incorporated. And for Dialog, resources to be developed and getting a patent for them is highly costly process. So next, the organization similarities. Network to reach out to customers, ensuring that service. These resources provide to be a source of sustained competitive advantage of Dialog. Next, differences. First, T-Mobile. These resources are used to strategically to invest in the right places, making use of opportunities and combating threats. And for Dialog, ensuring that products are available on all of its outlets around the country. Next, McKinsey's 7S model. So this has two sectors like hard elements and soft elements. Hard elements has strategy, structure, and system, and soft elements has strategy, shared values, skills, styles, and staff. Strategy. The Mobitel T-Mobile company. T-Mobile formulates a strategic plan at the beginning of the year, and in the end, they monitor it in each month. In Dialog, organization manage performance, guide actions, and devise different tactics and are aligned with the business strategy. And also the business strategy helps employees decide tactics and behaviors for attaining in the set goals. Next, structure. First, T-Mobile. The board has the power to appoint executive directors, including the CEO. There is a divisional structure, but performances of the division are measured through different strategic committees. And for Dialogs, senior management and leadership, the employees feel more secure and confident and also have higher access to information. Next, system. T-Mobile, using various systems to be competitive in the market for last few years, such as ERP, CCBS, and HRIS. And for Dialog, designed specifically in different departments based on the nature of the task and responsibility. Next, soft elements. First one, shared values in T-Mobile. Defined and communicated to foster a creative and supportive organizational structure. that will allow. And for dialogue can be identified as a place where people work who belongs to different backgrounds and cultures. Skills in T-Mobile hence enhance employee motivation and increase organizational commitment and ownership amongst employees as well as other stakeholders. And for dialogue, one of the main reasons behind dialogue success is the talented, motivated, encouraging corporate level, managerial skill level as well as technical level skills. Next style of T-Mobile company. All job roles and positions are designed to facilitate the achievement of business goals and as such employee skill level at T-Mobile. For dialogue, rewards and various get-together events for organizational staff can motivate employees and satisfy them in the long run calls for a significant advantage of the company. Next, staff of T-Mobile. T-Mobile prides itself on hiring the best professionals and grooming them further to facilitate growth and development of the company. And for Dialog currently possesses a workforce of approximately 5,000 plus. The recruitment planning process of Dialog is aligned with the business plan process. Next, the value chain analysis. First, primary activities. So here you can see a side-by-side comparison of the value chain analysis of the two companies. First, inbound logistics. Encounters slew of problems during the product development process if it doesn't look at inbound logistics. So for dialogue, proper logistics coordination and administration would aid the employees and functional departments in the achieving their goals. Operations prepare to transform the raw materials into finished products in the marketing. And for dialogue, this will be due to the suppliers improved incoming logistics. So outbound logistics for T-Mobile company can examine and improve in outbound logistics in order to find new sources of competitive advantage and meet its company expansion goals. And for dialogue, in terms of partnering with third-party provider, outbound logistics will be improved. Marketing and sales. In T-Mobile company, they will emphasize an excuse me, the signal drop kuna.
It's okay, continue, friend.
So next one, service. Pre-sales and post-sales service will play an essential role in fostering client loyalty in T-Mobile. And for dialogue, GSM has established a 24-hour customer hotline to assist consumers as well as an online help facility. Next are secondary activities. First one, firm infrastructure. So T-Mobile can exert control over infrastructure operations in order to improve its market position. And for dialogue, it has the ability to regulate infrastructure expenses in order to improve its market position. Next, human resource management. In T-Mobile, by assessing several HR components such as recruitment, hiring, training, rewarding, performance management, and other people management operations. For Dialog, specialized human resource management team to meet the company's human resource demands and to fully address the skill gaps among its employees, allowing it to position itself as a market leader. Technological development in T-Mobile. Ongoing research in product and process technical advancement, automotive software, technology, assisted customer service, and many more. For Dialog, development is critical to maintaining market leadership in the creation of next generation communication tools. Procurement in T-Mobile, action should be carefully considered in order to optimize the incoming operational and outbound value chains, and for Dialog must be in place for Dialog GSM to maintain market leadership in the telecommunication industry. Next is the financial statistic analysis. So in Dialog Axiata PLC, it is one of Sri Lanka's largest telecommunication service providers and the country's largest mobile network operator with 17.1 subscribers, which amounts to 57% of Sri Lankan smartphone market. And for T-Mobile, it is one of Germany's largest telecommunication service providers and country's largest mobile network operator with 104 million subscriber base and with the revenue of $44.9 billion US dollars. So here you can see the financial analysis for years 2018, 19 and 2020. So as you can see here, the profit of the year, Dialog had a profit of almost $4.3 million in the year 2018, and T-Mobile had a profit of $2.8 billion. And in 2019, Dialog had a profit of $11 million, and T-Mobile had a profit of $3.4 billion. In 2020, Dialog had a profit of $11.7 million and T-Mobile had $3 billion. And revenue, in the year 2018, Dialog had a revenue of $84 million, T-Mobile $43 billion. In 2019, Dialog had a revenue of $82 million, T-Mobile had a $44 million revenue, and in the 2020, Dialog had a $82 million revenue and T-Mobile had an $68 billion revenue. For next, total assets. In the year 2018, Dialog had total assets of $160 million and T-Mobile had $78 billion. In 2019, Dialog had $169 million and T-Mobile had $86 billion. And by the end of 2020, Dialog had $180 million worth total assets and T-Mobile had $200 billion worth of assets and total liabilities. In the year 2018, total liabilities of Dialog company is $84 million. T-Mobile was $47 billion. And in 2019, Dialog had $85 million worth of total liabilities and T-Mobile had $158 billion. And by the end of year 2020, total liabilities of Dialog company was $89 million and T-Mobile was $185 billion. So here you can see a financial analysis. The fiscal year is January to December. All values LKR in millions. So here you can see from 2018 to 2020, the sales revenue has increased. And in sales growth, it has decreased due to COVID-19 pandemic situations, and cost of goods sold has also increased, as you can see here, from 70 to 74 million Sri Lankan rupees, and financial analysis of T-Mobile. So here you can see the revenue share, cash and cash flow share. So in 2019 it was 35%, and 2020 revenue was 63%, cash share was 7%, and in the year 2020 it was 3%. So it has decreased due to COVID-19 pandemic situation. And cash flow in 2019 it was 12%, and 2020 it was 16%. So here you can see all the mentioned facts in this graph. Next, the SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis consists of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So here you can see similar strengths of the companies. So both of the companies have strong base of reliable supply and raw material, thus enabling the companies to overcome any supply chain bottlenecks, and also a successful track record for developing new products. And next, strong distribution network for both of the companies. So different strengths of the companies are has a huge revenue and a financial stability in T-Mobile company. And for Dialog Axiata, less legal barriers in Sri Lanka. And weaknesses of the companies, here are some severe weaknesses such as need more investment in new technologies and limited success in outside core business. And here are different weaknesses of both of the companies. First, T-Mobile, the profitability ratio and the net contribution percentage of T-Mobile Incorporated is different. Not highly successful at integrating firms with different work culture. And for Dialog, high pricing compared to the competitors and weak packages for corporate sectors. Next, opportunities. So here are the similar opportunities. Growth of the populations is both of the companies can increase customer base and increase the profit margins. And differences for T-Mobile, US has a more westernized culture, so they can increase their customer base, and US has a good weather to provide stable telecommunication services. For Dialog Axiata, opportunities are Dialog is the first company to start 5G in Sri Lanka and rapid growth in Sri Lankan telecommunication sector. Next and final one is threats. So here are the similar threats to both of the companies. Legal frameworks restrict the free will of the companies in many activities, and also increase in inflation. This will lead the companies to pay employees more than the rate of inflation. This would increase the company cost. And different threats for T-Mobile, releasing e-waste which causes environmental pollution because it's such a huge company. And for Dialog, Sri Lanka has an unstable poor economy. So here are a few of the recommendations we got through our presentation. So for T-Mobile, they must find new product lines because competitors are stepping up quickly, and they must focus on service outside the core business. And they also must use new technological incentives to improve services, and they also must increase the profitability ratio and the net contribution percentage of T-Mobile US Incorporated. And here are the recommendations for Dialog Axiata company. So Dialog must decrease the prices of IDD and other services compared to competitors, because it will reduce the subscriber base because of high price. And next one is they must focus on service outside the core business, and they should also manage expenses since there is a huge growth in company cost, as I mentioned in financial analysis, and weak packages for corporate sectors. So here are the references for our presentation, and thank you.